Give me an H.
H.
A. L. O. W. What does that spell?
Mom.
No. Hello. And welcome back to Trouble at the Tavern, a D&D podcast.
Yay, we all did it.
Where we're hosting a comedy night here at the Tavern, but Tasha is still permanently banned due to her hideous laughter.
Okay.
Damn it, Tasha.
I don't know that one.
We don't know D&D, guys.
My name is Chris Black. I am your dungeon master for this podcast. Joined with me, as always, Michael Pukasevich.
Dillon Buckley, who's planning on sitting down on Madame Pouch's couch.
That is the one you went with. Nice.
What are you talking about, dude?
I think I was supposed to structure it the other way.
I think we have to rerun this whole episode.
I think we have to just reschedule this whole episode.
I feel like I structured it differently when I was thinking about it before the episode, and I just said it wrong. So.
No, it's the exact same way you said it.
Yeah,
so
that's why I said it?
Yeah. It just wasn't good.
If it didn't sound like it, audience, he rehearsed that. If you can believe it.
No, I rehearsed it the other way. Couch and pouch is supposed to be a separate. I'll figure it out.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Just tell us when you're ready, I guess.
Okay, give me like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Great. In the meantime, Hartley Fanson.
Hello, I'm Hartley Fanson. I'm playing Clue Standy, a paladin.
Nice.
Yeah, guys.
I like that better than what just came before.
It seems like a classic throughout.
It's going to be good. Yeah.
And
just to remind everybody that I'm the healer.
to remind yourself.
Okay, we'll just keep going.
And last but certainly not least, Maggie Pelud.
Playing Minx Revka. Yeah, the energy's strange today, guys.
What class are you playing?
Is it a full moon?
I don't even think so. Sorceress.
Hey!
Someone search it up. September 26th, 2023.
Yeah, what's
full
the
moon?
vibe?
Question mark. I think it's just me. We haven't done this in a while. So
we haven't done this in a while.
yeah.
We've been away for a bit.
I
Yes.
don't know. I walked in feeling not ready. It's a waxing crescent.
Oh, well, that
Oh.
exactly explains. I've been
Yeah.
feeling a little waxy today.
Yeah.
And I did cut my nails today, too, which are in the shape of crescents after cut. So
So it was your fault.
it is.
Okay.
I've summoned the waxing crescent demons.
So, Mike, that's a second strike against you on why we
Sorry.
should restart the episode.
I think we should.
Okay.
Before we start...
No, before we restart.
That's a good point. Before we get into this session, why don't we do a quick recap of the last one?
Please.
In the last episode, we saw our group making their way through the ringed districts of Clangeddin's base. After brief stops in the markets and slums of Ring 8 and Ring 7, the party found themselves in the Nook, the eclectic borough of Ring 6 and the home of Minx Revka.
Homa.
After finding out that Minx's role model Merrick, the owner of the Broken Knuckles Repair, had gone into hiding mysteriously, Minx reunited with her parents at the Revka residence. The reunion seemed pleasant at first, but quickly turned sour when the topic of magic was brought up, causing the group to leave abruptly and find a new place to spend the night. They evidently chose the Amber Lantern, a bar owned by a young elf named Layla, complete with its own speakeasy basement where shady deals occur. Down in the basement, Minx touched base with an old city contact named Wink, who offered to acquire more information about the recent coming and goings of elves in the city. The session concluded with another day coming to an end, leaving only 2 full days remaining before the door to the Feywild opens.
Oh, it was gonna see Madame Pouch and sit on her couch. Dillon Buckley.
And that is where we are now.
It wasn't better. It wasn't better at all. Oh,
So, it is a brand new... yeah, we're going to keep going like that never happened.
I feel dirty.
Waxy
Whoa!
crescent.
So, it is a brand new day. You all awaken.
We're gonna start this
I'm just
episode.
gonna have the giggles the whole
It's good,
time.
it's good.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, sorry, listeners.
So, it is a brand new day. You all awaken in separate rooms of the Amber Lantern since you paid for separate rooms the night before. As you make your way downstairs, you notice that Dax, who didn't spend the night here, slips back into the bar and looks well rested just as much as you guys do. All right, so the plan is, Madame Pouch, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I come downstairs with my blanket wrapped around me, and I shuffle to the bar and I ask for a hot milk.
Clue just starts his 30-minute stretch routine. Gotta get limber for the day.
Oh, hi, Dax.
Hi, Dillon.
How'd you sleep?
I slept well. Yeah, I like to sleep under the stars, so that's room and board not quite up to my my style.
Nice. I think it was a lovely night last night.
I feel like you've slept in a couple places with a roof above your head.
And I hated every second of it.
Okay.
Have you seen Minx?
Yeah, she's right behind you, Dillon.
Oh.
Boo.
Oh, shit.
Oh my
Minx.
god.
Good morning.
How was your night?
It's good. I slept. It was beautiful. I am nothing but stressed about this day.
We don't have a lot of time.
We have to go up a fucking mountain. And I just look at Layla and I'm like, do you have food right now?
Wow,
Do you have
Layla,
stuff?
you've been pulling a long shift.
Is she around?
When do you clock out,
Before
Layla?
I say that, yeah.
Layla,
Is
who
she here?
looks the exact same as she did last night, says, "Well, it is my bar, so I don't clock out a lot.
That's fair.
Here's your warm milk."
Thank you.
Oh, just doing squats?
Yep.
Burpees?
I call them scorpies.
I guess I'll get up too. I go behind Clue and I follow him.
All right,
kid,
Layla
10 more.
turns to you, Minx, and says, "If you know these
I'm
people,
coming, Mom.
I prefer if you take that outside." You
Okay,
might- yeah.
exercises, morning stretches, outside, in the street, maybe.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
And I march outside. I'll go.
you.
We'll practice my Clonvisier accent.
Right.
That's right. You do have that persona of Clonvisier Aligar.
Hi, I'm Clonvisier.
Amazing. Clue.
Thank
What
you.
a good job.
Thank
Shelley
you.
Duvall.
Thank you. I've been practicing.
Amazing. So you make your way towards the residence of Madame Pouch, who, if you remember, Clue said that she resided in District or Ring 3. So you pass back through the Nook, you know it well, and then you get into Ring 5, which is very similar because as I previously described, Ring 7, 6, and 5 are all kind of residential areas. Ring 5 seems like more wealthy citizens live here. So you can see that the homes here have nicer amenities, front lawns, gardens, porches, multiple level homes as well. But again, it's early in the morning. You don't see a lot of activity, hustle and bustle yet. So yeah, there's nothing too interesting that you notice just by walking through, and you keep going. Ring 4, you notice, is less residential and more high-end amenities. So you see a lot more shopping done here, banking. You also see a lot more city guard and other guards wandering around as well, as the barracks are located here in Ring 4 of Clangeddin Space.
I tug on Clue's jacket. I'm like, Clue, do you have an account here in one of these banks?
No, but I do have a debt to pay with the guys in that barracks. I
Tyler?
think.
Oh,
You read my mind. You read my mind.
Just Tyler.
should we go? Do we have time?
I think they're gonna have to wait. I think we are in a bigger rush right now, but just can you keep me honest? Remind me I gotta beat up Tyler later.
Yeah, I'll remind you.
Okay, thanks, Mix.
I turn towards the barracks and I yell, "We're coming for you, Tyler!"
Yeah, we're coming for you, Tyler.
All right.
Save your jokes.
You see a couple guards that are stationed outside the barracks upon hearing shouting in their direction kind of look at you, and then just when they notice that you're not in immediate danger to them, just kind of, okay, yeah, whatever, pass.
Just crazy people.
Just crazy people in the morning.
I'll walk like 2 steps behind with Dax. But I'll also kind of pull his ear and be like, "So where'd you go last night?" Just like as we're walking through.
I just went to the old stomping ground, seeing if everything was all right, and just decided to take it easy, sleep under the stars.
You
Yeah.
good?
Yeah, I'm always good, Minx.
Okay.
Give me an insight check, Minx.
Thanks. 18 total.
18.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like Dax might be hiding something.
Wow.
Maybe he's not entirely honest about what he did during his time away from the bar. As you're leaving Ring 4, you do notice there is some unusual activity for this early in the morning. One of the boutique kind of shops does have a long line coming from it of people that are waiting for this shop to even open, as it's not currently serving customers.
Pandora.
It is not Pandora or Pancorda.
The fall line.
But this shop looks to be a fashion kind of shop.
Ooh.
And peeking into the windows as you pass by, you see luxurious fur coats and mittens and hats and gloves. And there's a beautiful calligraphied sign over the glass windows that say Femme feline.
I am. Can I roll insight to see if Madame Pouch shops here?
Yeah.
Give me insight.
Can I?
Is
Can
it
I
her
roll?
shop?
Can
I
I
say
shop.
with advantage
Wait,
as well.
can I roll a better insight to see whether she owns the shop?
Is there a picture of her face carved into the shop sign?
That's a 16 for me.
16? Okay, great.
What would that be for me? It's insight.
Insight? Yeah.
Insight.
Or perception, or whatever one you want.
17.
17. Based on what you can see inside, you recognize some of the coats because you remember Madame Pouch at the auction was wearing a very similar styled coat. So you can assume that she has some correlation with this store.
Do we think
We should try to get jobs there so we could talk to Madame Pouch.
I think we already have an in to talk to Madame
I
Pouch,
like,
to be
I like the
honest.
long-term planning.
It's a good plan if we didn't have any prior knowledge of her at all. Dillon, I respect it, but we have had multiple interactions.
I think Dillon just needs his first, job.
You want a job? Yeah, Dillon, I think we've got more. Remember your mom? Remember the mom thing? Yeah, we're going to do that.
I mean, the last job that you had technically was staff of the Wandering Wonder.
Right. Also
Fair.
remember that you make money by
I was
just
gonna say.
digging in the ground.
Right. Okay.
You don't need a job.
I still think he needs some responsibility.
Yes,
But in terms
yes.
of getting a job for income, I think he's fine.
No
Fair,
structure.
We'll find,
Yeah.
we'll find other ways to
Travel
give you
around with
responsibility.
an old dude and a satyr.
What was the shop called again, Chris?
Femme feline.
Love for
Feline.
puns.
Huh?
Oh, just puns for days and
Yeah.
days and
Yeah.
days.
So right, I have a 16 insight and
17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh nice, good
Yeah.
roll.
Thank you.
That's honestly probably both of your highest insight rolls of this campaign.
Yeah. And me and Dillon just look at each other. We go, no, we know.
I don't know what we know yet.
We know.
And it's a lot.
We know a lot.
So
We
these
both- Hey,
16
Minx,
worth.
we know.
I believe you.
We are never gonna get this.
Do we think it would be a good idea to like show up in her type of clothing to like I don't know, is that weird? Is that weirdly forward?
Wait, are we assuming that she's in this building?
No, we are assuming that she owns this clothing shop and
Guys?
if we show up with
Oh.
her fashion.
I was assuming she was in this building.
No.
Okay. So you want to go purchase clothes that she's probably...
Well, just if we're showing up to her door, if you show up to a fashion, if
like
she's a
showing
fashion
up to
designer,
meet Vivian Westwood in Vivian Westwood.
exactly.
Driving up to Elon Musk's house in a Tesla. Just like,
Just for
Exactly.
brownie
Ah,
points.
you like it? You see it?
We're cool,
I did
right?
it.
We're
To
cool,
show the
right?
appreciation for the craftsmanship.
I think we're gonna need
Yeah.
some extra money. I turn around and in the middle of the town square, whip out my shovel and dig a hole.
okay. Yeah, it is a new day.
I feel like I'm good at my clothes.
That's a nat 20!
Oh!
Yes.
So as we previously described, if you roll a nat 20 on your gold digger,
That's 50?
you get 50 gold.
Dylan's going to show up in
Hell
a fur coat.
Yes.
Love
All
the
right.
physical high five around the table.
Yep. Wow. That was. I think it's the first nat 20 on the shovel, eh?
It is.
Wow.
Who's keeping track of the gold that we have?
I have my own
I
gold
have
here.
no gold right now,
think
so
I
I just
had-
wasn't.
You had gold, but you spent it all on potions.
Right. Oh, yes. That's why I
Yeah.
have 0 gold.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm also at 0, so...
I have 114.
With that high insight between the two of you as well, you can probably tell based on the popularity of this store as well as the clothing inside, you probably can't afford a lot of what is inside
Yeah,
right now.
that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Should we at least just take a peek in, see what's up?
I don't know. I think she's already seen us in our current garb. Maybe we don't.
I'll stick my nose up to the window
Yeah, I'd
and
like to
give a
take a look,
little
too.
looky-loo.
Dylan's curious.
hmm It is a pristine store. It looks the highest end of fashion. Like you see people getting ready before the store even opens, like very fancy people. Like wearing elegant suits and dresses that are just like dusting the store and like checking their ledgers, things like that. But you don't see Madame Pouch at all.
Is there anything? Is there like is there like a small paint chip somewhere, or is there something that's like a little bit out of place, or like something that like I can nitpick to?
Not even in the slightest. There is not a
Nothing. It's absolutely immaculate.
beautiful.
Okay.
Is there a small paint chip?
I just wanted to have something to like bring to Madame Pouch so I could be like, yes, we visited the store.
Oh yeah,
but-
yeah. Point out her flaws. That'll
a
get us
chip at her.
in her good books.
How's the staff, Chris?
I think we should keep going. I think we should go see the woman herself.
Let's do it.
So moving away from Ring 4 into Ring 3, which, by the way, Ring 4 as well, you also noticed the streets were cobbled, which is very new compared to the rest of the districts that you were previously in. The building architecture, while appearing older in like time, the state of them appears to be in much better shape. So better than the newer residential buildings that you've been passing through.
Okay.
And Ring 3, one of the smallest rings, as you know, Minx, as well, it is also a slightly residential area, but reserved for the more prominent figures in Clangeddin space. It almost seems like every dwelling that you come across here is like a mini mansion of some kind, where a place like Standy Manor wouldn't stand out in Ring 3.
Okay.
And you notice that a lot of the mansions that you pass by, a lot of them are restricted and gated. You can't really see inside until you come across Madame Pouch's mansion. You know this is Madame Pouch's mansion because it is the largest one.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Damn.
And the gate is wide open.
Okay.
She's expecting us.
Or she just has her
She's
gate open.
really comfortable.
Very comfortable, very powerful. Nobody would move against her.
Doesn't need to lock her doors here.
The mansion, upon entering the grounds, vastly, vastly bigger than Clue's. Massive mansion.
Okay.
Dude,
Okay,
this is a
Chris.
lot bigger
Dude.
than your mansion.
I
This is the
know.
biggest house I've ever seen.
But that's fine. I'm not angry. It's okay.
I don't think she's compensating for anything. No, this is.
The grounds themselves resemble almost like a city park, where
Oh.
you can see stone paths leading to fountains and gazebos, topiaries in the shapes of cats, lush gardens that like probably take the space of several houses. And there doesn't seem to be, much like the store, there doesn't seem to be a single blade of grass or stone out of place. No paint chip, Mike, as well. And the pure white mansion that you see in the center of this ground is so spotless, it looks like it almost like repels dirt in a sense.
Is there like a magical essence on it?
Give me an insight check or arcana.
That's going to be an 11.
An 11. It's hard to tell if like there are magical properties that make these like locations so pristine and clean, but like you can't imagine how it would get to a condition like this without like some otherworldly help.
Yeah. Wow. It's amazing. It's kind of intimidating.
I feel like we can't walk on the grass.
Okay. Game plan. As we're walking towards
To the front door?
To
Yes.
the front door. We're
Okay.
just walking straight to the front door.
I-
But as we're walking, I think Clue's just going to be like hushed. And he's just going to be like, all right, so my name is...
Clanvasir Aligar.
That one. Yep.
That one.
Clanvasir Aligar.
Good. Okay, great. We are here. We are traveling.
I think she.
Merchants.
I'm
Nobles.
Nobles.
Cassio and Kevin.
Cassio and Kevin.
And she didn't meet.
I should...
You're our valet.
Oh, I had makeup on, so she
Yeah.
wouldn't recognize
So
me.
you-
Exactly. So who are you?
I'm the valet?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
he's the valet.
Sure.
All right, we're going to go with valet.
but we don't have.
It doesn't matter.
We don't have a vehicle.
We did.
I know nothing about riding stuff.
Dylan, if
Wait.
you were ever to pick another name for yourself in this
Yes.
world, what would you pick?
Billin Duckley.
Nope, can't be that.
No.
Can't be that.
It's like writing
I mean,
passwords.
you know
for your
what?
computer.
I turn to Minx and I go, can he just be Dillon
ABC
Buckley?
123.
Maybe your name
Wait,
is
wait,
still
wait.
Dillon.
No.
But then we change your last name?
Gareth.
Gareth.
Dillon Gareth.
Yes.
Dillon Gareth. Okay, this is Dillon
He
Gareth.
says yes while shaking his head no, but I think he's out of time.
Okay.
Dylan Gareth.
Your name
No,
is
you
now
like Gareth.
Dillon Gareth.
Okay.
Do you just want to be Gareth, or do you want a different last name?
It could.
We're
guys are-
getting closer and closer to our house. I think we're running out of time.
Just call me
guys.
Gareth.
Okay, you're
Okay.
Gareth.
Gareth.
And so I am a traveling noble, and we're I kind of am a fixer for people and local nobles, and that
What
is
am
how
I?
I've made you are a companion and a traveling. We're all traveling companions.
Okay, I'm not a valet.
You're a part of my retinue.
Okay.
Okay. Go on. Well, let's. I knock. Wait.
On the steps going up to the mansion.
Dax is like sweating.
Oh, Dax is here.
Fucking bangs
Yeah, yeah.
out again.
He's Kevin,
He's Kevin, right?
and you're
right.
Gareth. the door creaks open.
There's so much sweat in my eyes. I can't see.
I put my hands behind my back and I just raise my chin like a little bit.
Do we look like nobles?
No, but I didn't when I met her.
Okay, good.
I think you were covered in blood when you met her.
Yeah, you
Right.
were.
Yeah. I'm going for like a ranger look, like an Aragorn who still gives away like the vibe of nobility, even
Nice.
though he's not.
The massive bronze door swings open quite effortlessly, even though it does seem like it holds a lot of weight. And you see standing in the doorway is the same butler that you saw driving the carriage of Madame Pouch outside of Clangeddin's, basically. Once again, very muscular, very tall, wearing the same kind of attire that Banks wore at your residence. And once again, doesn't say anything, just stares at you with cold, dead eyes.
Because he's mute, right? She said that
You haven't seen him speak in the entire time that you've known him.
Okay. I think hands behind my back, I'm just going to take a couple steps in and say, come to see Madame Pouch.
He gives a curt nod and then stands aside and lets you four enter Madame Pouch's mansion.
What?
And walking into Madame Pouch's mansion, it's like walking into a completely different world to the grounds. It's like walking into a dense jungle.
Oh.
The air is thick and musty, with the house offering very little natural light, and it almost looks like a run-down interior. Large vines snake around the pillars. The floor is covered in moist soil, and overly large plants and vegetation have spread around the house to the extent it almost appears uncontrollable. You probably wouldn't know you were standing in a mansion if you didn't know you had just walked into one a few seconds ago.
Holy. This is incredible.
The servant, very comfortable walking around, turns around a corner, is gone for a few seconds, and then returns, and following him, still dressed in lavish attire, is Madame Pouch.
Ah, our expected guests. Thank you, Bernard. That is all. You may leave.
And the mute assistant just walks off, just into the darkness. There's
Like into the jungle?
There's barely any natural light in here, where just maybe walking across to the end of like another room, you kind of lose visibility of him, especially those of you who don't have dark vision. You can see as Madame Pouch walks, some of the plants in here almost look like they're swaying in her direction. And you can see that she reaches into her pocket, pulls out a couple coins, and motions towards like a Venus flytrap that just opens, and you can see there's a huge collection of gold that she just puts a couple coins in, and the Venus flytrap closes again.
Why?
It's a piggy
I
plant
know.
bank.
I literally say, why did you do that?
Pocket change.
Oh, is that your piggy bank?
I'm sorry. Okay. Madame Pouch. Hi. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you again as well.
That you just fed a plant gold.
The plant keeps the golds for me as protection.
That's incredible.
You see,
I don't understand. I don't get it. Okay,
I don't trust banks, Mr.
Oh.
Alagar.
It's not Banks, is it? It's Bernard.
no. She's talking about.
I'm talking
Don't
about
trust
banks.
the institution of a bank.
I thought she was talking about her helper.
No, she does not know banks.
Bernard?
That's funny.
I was like, wow, very specific.
I don't trust the butler of this man that I've never met before.
Is your Clue goes? Oh, is yours named Banks too?
I don't trust the financial system, Mr. Alagar. You see, I feel I am above it. So I keep my finances with me close by.
That makes for two of us. I think we have all of the gold that we own on us too.
Yes, of course. Of course.
Yep.
One cannot be too careful, can they, Mr. Alagar?
Clonvisier, yes. I
Yes.
should extend my hand.
Give me an insight check, Clue.
Yep.
I'll say with advantage as well.
17.
17.
Nice.
In the last little bit of this conversation, she has said your name, Columbus, Alagar, in a strange way, emphasizing Alagar.
Oh.
Yeah. Clonvisier. Alago, what do you want? I don't do this. I don't do the insinuating.
No, but I thought we were of an understanding on the road to Clangeddin Space that we would have an honest, open agreement between each other.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
Sure.
Right. So tell me, Clue Standy,
Oh, snap!
why do you continue to insist on lying to me?
Who is Clue Standy?
Give me a charisma check with disadvantage.
Charisma? That would be deception.
And I'm Gareth.
That would be deception. Come on.
I'll say deception with disadvantage.
With disadvantage?
I think
She just said your name.
What's your name?
I was just going to go on my phone for a bit. You don't need to know the number.
What's your roll?
You don't need to know the number, all right? You don't need to. All right, clue standy. Yes, what?
That one is glinting in the lamplight.
Yeah, there's a 1 and a 4.
Oh.
I appreciate the now forced honesty, Clue Standy. And it's nice to finally meet your acquaintance as well, Minoda Revka. And you, Illin.
Illin. Yes. I'm Illin.
Yes, I know. My contact at the Amber Lantern gave me all of your names.
Dillon just starts to laugh a little bit.
All right, well, we're made. Yeah, fine, what? So, it does not change anything. I don't like traveling under my name. I've had a past. I'd like to keep that, left behind in Tillville.
Very well. Now, shall we get to business?
Sure. Do you mind continuing to call me Clonvisier?
This time, give me a charisma check.
Fuck yes.
What is that?
That is a 23.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're now Clompus for the rest of the campaign.
I'm just going to change the name on the character sheet.
She looks at you very sternly and says,
If you insist, I can call you Clonvisier during this conversation, yes.
And what's your first name? Real or fake? It doesn't matter.
My full name, that comes with quite a story. Would you like to know it?
Just the name is fine.
My full name is Endless Pouch of the Sleepy Valley.
What?
All right, Sleepy. All right, Sleepy, let's get down to business.
Endless pouch of the
Sleepy Valley.
Sleepy Valley.
The Sleepy Valley.
Oh, that was good.
Wait, Dylan puts his hand up. I would like to hear
You don't
the story.
have to raise your hand, Illin.
Oh, sorry.
I am not a professor or a lecturer.
I'm sorry, I can't lie to you. My name's Dylan.
I appreciate your honesty, Dillon.
I'm sorry, I just couldn't.
Although if you were going to use a fake name moving forward, perhaps changing more than one letter is a good piece of advice.
I didn't change one. I just took one away.
she's deadpan stares at you for longer than what you expect.
And I get in the way. I go, so business.
Yes, business. As I mentioned on the road, I have a little bit of a problematic predicament in the city that I need solving. And it seems you, as a party, coming into the city with fake names, have some sort of agenda that you need to be solved as well.
Yes, looking to get to, now that we're doing this whole honesty thing, we're going to the Feywild. So we're going to the mountaintop and need your help to get there. And that's about it, right, guys?
Yeah, I didn't think does she know that the Fedor is up there?
Well, I turn to her. I go, you did know that the entrance to the Feywild is on top of the mountain?
You need to get to the Feywild.
Yes, very much so.
It is my understanding that the door to the Feywild opens in less than 2 days.
Yes, absolutely.
When you pass it to the top of the mountain, it's very important.
Getting to the top of Mount Moradin in 2 days. I cannot say a lot of people have that ability. I myself could get you there in 3 days, maybe 4.
But you know someone that could.
I do have my relationships here in the city. In fact, the only person I think off the top of my head that can get you to the top of the mountain in 2 days lives in District 1.
District 1.
Is it the king?
That would be Meldar Silverbeard.
Great. So if you can just set up a meeting with him, we do a favor for you, no problem.
Oh man, we're never gonna get up there in time. What do we do? 3 days? I knew we should have traveled faster.
Well, still stewing on that thought.
Is there any way that the favor, that you have enough sway with the king that he could help us get to the top?
Is there
in 2
anything we
days?
can do?
The king is very powerful. I'm sure if you were to be as charismatic as you're being to me right now, you might be able to sway some favor that he can get you there on time.
All right, Sleepy.
I
So
don't
what do you need?
think we should call her Sleepy anymore.
I think she likes it. Can I roll some insight and see if she likes
I
it?
actually
Roll me
really
insight
like
check.
the nickname.
It's the first time she's ever been talked back
That
to.
Yeah.
insight, that is
I think she likes
dirty
it.
20.
I think she does too.
Dirty 20?
Yeah.
The name caught her off guard. And with the insight, you can maybe assume that, like, no one has really addressed Madame Pouch in this way for a long time.
Nice.
Almost like, not in a mocking way, but like not in
Familiar.
Yes, and almost not like bowing down to her. So she's not insulted by it. She's more intrigued and curious about this notion of behavior.
With a 20, does she like the name?
It's hard to read Madame Pouch.
Clue, you're endearing.
All right, Sleepy. So what is it that you need that you can't do with all of your power?
It appears that one of my employees has taken it upon themselves to compete against me.
Okay.
I've been having trouble with them for a few weeks now. You see, they've stolen some of my merchandise and are looking to sell it for themselves.
Oh.
And if 3 or 4,
And she motions to Dax, who hasn't said a word and is just kind of looking at all this, like,
The jungle stuff.
the jungle stuff, but like also like this should be like a very wealthy establishment, but doesn't look it whatsoever.
Yeah.
Just taking it all in.
brave adventurers like yourself were to return this merchandise and perhaps deal with the disgruntled employee, I will be forever grateful.
Are you falling asleep? Are you falling asleep? Are you okay? You good?
There's not a lot of natural light in here.
We need.
Is
Hold
that
on.
why they call you Sleepy?
Yours is named Banks, right? Banks, coffee.
His name is Bernard, and he only comes when I call him.
Coffee. Bernard, coffee.
Oh my God! You're trying to imitate Madame Pouch. Is that your sound?
Trying, I thought succeeding.
Give me a performance check.
Okay. You know what? That is
gonna be good.
a 19.
Oh,
A 19.
wow. Okay, I take it all back.
It was good.
What does Bernard come?
Around the corner, poking his head out, you see Bernard look over very puzzled and confused and looks at Madame Pouch.
When
and
I see his head, I go, Sleepy wants some coffee.
Bernard turns to Madame Pouch as if to like get reassurance, and Madame Pouch says,
Coffee for our guest, please, Bernard.
Yes!
So who's this employee? What's going on?
They are a rather intimidating, at least to some, dragonborn.
Oh,
They go by the name Rogar.
Rogar.
Yes. And in terms of what I need back, I'm assuming you've passed by my establishment on the way to my residence.
Yes,
You've
it's
got good taste, yeah.
Femme feline, right?
Femme feline,
Femme feline.
Dillon Buckley.
Yes.
Yes. And of course, I expect all of my stolen items to be returned in one condition, having not been used by any of you.
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Are we looking for like used, like new, or are we?
Are you making a Facebook
Or are we like
marketplace joke
saying,
right now?
Are we saying unopened?
When you return this contraband, I will be making a check to make sure that it is all there. It should not be damaged. It should not be used. It should not even be opened.
Okay.
All right.
Otherwise, I consider this business transaction to be spoiled.
What if Rogar opened them?
Rogar would not have opened the items right away. You see, he would have looked for a buyer for this amount of contraband.
And we'll be able to carry it, no problem. Move it in and out of.
Spaces.
Yeah.
How many items are there?
I would say several hundred items.
Holy.
Can we just...
Oh.
Okay, in that case...
Okay.
Can you just...
I'm assuming they're not all thimbles. So.
I think.
Is it a bunch of thimbles? Is it a bunch of unopened thimbles?
Is it jewels?
Do I look like the kind of person that would deal in thimbles, Clonvisier
No, you
Alagar?
look like the type of person who needs a warm milk.
It is a rather favorite dish of mine, I will admit.
I had some today in the morning. It's lovely.
Ah, similar tastes.
Minx is truly believing that this is how Clue flirts, though. Like, this is 100%.
It might be.
Yeah.
Negging, pretty much. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I guess the last question would be where do we start? Where should we look out for Rogar?
Do I have to give you all the answers? I thought I was doing a business transaction. I trust that the people I am currying a favor to the king for will be able to come across a hiding, disgruntled employee on
Totally
their own.
fair, but it seems kind of weird if you were just holding back information that you had.
Because we're kind of working together.
We're also on a bit of a timeline, as we did establish.
Yes, you are.
So,
So it
this-
seems
so we agree.
I think this is this a game?
I consider life to be a game, Dillon Buckley.
Okay.
But perhaps
one that you are winning at.
clearly.
All right. Cranky.
Well, your jungle house is really nice.
Yes, it's rather lovely, isn't it? And as she kind of looks up, maybe you kind of raise your gaze up there as well, and you can see that because there's no lamps, there's no chandeliers, but you do see like hanging from the ceiling are almost like the things you find over like baby cribs, like mobiles.
Oh, yeah.
But like you see items that are like hanging off of vines, and one of them looks like the spell shooter that she won at the auction.
Oh, like just a collection.
This is her
Yeah.
treasure room.
This is
you
fucking
can
cool.
You can see that she has hanging like antiquities and like expensive luxurious
Wow.
items just like hanging around the house, being like suspended in the air by like these moving vines.
Sick.
Clue doesn't care about any of that.
Yeah. She's like, I know she's like a feline, but is she like a tiger a bit? Or
I
like
think
a
I did describe
panther?
that,
Yeah,
where
she
like
is, right?
you
Yeah.
couldn't tell specifically what kind of cat she is. Like she's not just like she's not just full on like a cheetah
Yeah.
or leopard, but like
Yeah.
most of her like facial features and like body does seem to resemble like a tiger
Yeah.
of some sort. But like I think I did describe that she seems like an older tiger, where
Yeah.
like the bright, vibrant oranges are kind of
Kung Fu
faded.
Panda vibes.
This would be
I'm
a
loving
safe
it.
place to get the zoomies. If you're a cat.
Yeah. Does Dillon say that? No. Clue will go with that.
Okay. Well,
I
Alright.
can let you know that Rogar is known to frequent the less wealthy parts of the city.
All right. That would be.
Perhaps that
Minx.
is a good head start.
That'd be district
Basically, 5 and below.
slums, which is what, 7?
It's I think it's tough to tell
5 and
because
Because
to
she's,
Madam Pouch,
Yeah, exactly.
every
And
other
every-
district
fair.
is
That is exactly-
less than wealthy.
That's
I
very
was just like,
district
so anything.
below 3.
well, higher than her stores, I would say.
Fair, which is
Yeah.
4. So 5 and below. That
5
makes
and
sense.
below.
All right.
Okay.
So
And when we come back, can you tell us the story of your name?
I'd be happy to, once the business deal is complete.
okay. We should go. I think we are on a timeline, right?
Yeah, we gotta move.
Let's do it.
And Sleepy should get a rest. So we gotta get out of here.
I might take a little nap of the cat variety.
Just tell your banks that coffee's off. We're good. And we leave, I guess.
Minx is gonna, as like leaving, I just kind of like shoot a look to Dax though, and I'm just like, have you ever heard of a Rogar?
Give me a history check, Minx. I'll do the same for Dax.
Would it be a history in the city, or could we roll that as
I'm
well?
gonna say it would be Minx. I don't think you would know.
No, okay.
It went from a 19 to a 1. That was so sad.
That's
Painful.
very unfortunate. It's a good thing Dax got a nat 20.
Fuck yeah, Dax!
Daxy boy, baby.
I'm gonna give myself a morale card.
Uses it on villains.
Ooh.
That's cheating.
Dax leaves the mansion with a very puzzled look, and upon you saying that, Minx, he says, "Yeah, I'm kind of confused because I have heard the name Rogar before, but I wouldn't ever assume that he's in business with Madame Pouch. He seems almost like a shady kind of character. That's what I heard about him. But I mean, if she says he hangs out with the slums, it makes sense because I haven't heard anything but bad things about him. He seems like a tough kind of guy."
On the down low, I'm pretty sure we're not dealing with clothes here.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
pre-
I think probably jewels or something. I would expect.
She's calling it contraband.
So here's how I'm going to approach this. Similar to when you spoke to Wink on the day before, Minx, you can all do an investigation. Now, like I said before, because you may be frequenting some of the slummer parts of the city, you will be able to increase your investigation checks with bribes. You can all do your individual investigation rolls as well. You can give each other the help action if you think that's more beneficial. But I'm going to say that this investigation, because you're going to have to talk to a lot of people and frequent quite a few number of places, this will take the majority of the day, I will say.
Ooh, okay. And will it take less of the day if we succeed greatly?
Possibly. I'll say with a greater investigation check, you may have some time to do other things in the day.
Okay. Do we know what DC that we have to hit for specific successes?
So here's what I'm going to say. I have a lot of information you guys can discover, and the higher you roll, the more information you'll get.
Sick. Okay.
Okay, I think we go 7. The slump.
6 or 7, right?
6 is the Nook, right?
6 is the Nook.
6 is the
Yeah.
Nook, which is where you're from.
Yeah.
7 is the slums, which is where Dax is from.
Yeah.
Which is where I think we should go. I think that's the least reputable, and we work our way up.
I might have a couple leads,
Yeah.
but they don't talk cheaply. I may need some bribes to loosen their tongues a bit. 20 gold should probably do it.
Okay.
But I'll have to go alone.
Okay. Yeah. Here, I'll give you 20 gold. I give Dax 20 gold.
I've got 0. I spent
Yeah.
all the help.
You gotta
for
go
some money.
alone?
Yeah. You know contacts in the slums, Minx. They don't like a lot of people crowding around them, you know?
Yeah, I know. I just don't love the idea of you giving a bribe to somebody alone.
Hey, look at me. Do you think
I
this is
look
the-
at him.
He's got that crossbow. Minx.
Do you think this is the first time I've done this, Minx?
No, not for a sec.
Great.
I believe in you, Dax.
Thanks, Dillon. So he takes 20 gold from you and wanders off immediately.
Okay.
Like, doesn't even kind of wait around for you
wait.
guys to like configure or anything like that. Just takes 20 gold and wanders off. And Minx, I'll
meet
say,
back at the Amber Lantern.
yeah, you got
Okay.
it. And Minx, with that insight from earlier, this is very unusual for Dax as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Well, should we split up by ring? Maybe I can take 5.
So by my understanding, are you all going to individually roll investigation checks, or are you going to pool resources
yeah,
in one
I
check, or...
I think I give Minx the help action because I'm horrible at investigating,
Okay.
even though somehow in the early campaign, that's all I did. That's all I did well. I'm going to give you
So
the
I'm
help
gonna
action.
bribe, and Dillon, you're gonna bribe too?
Yeah, but I
Right.
guess I'll go to a different ring than you guys.
Yeah, you'll
Okay.
compile your
We'll
investigation.
pool our information bribes.
Okay, sweet.
So you're
Awesome.
each going to spend 20 gold on bribes for your 2 rolls?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dillon and Minx are going to be able to add +2 to these rolls. Minx, you're going to be rolling with advantage because Clue's giving you the help action. Dax is doing his own thing as well.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess I'll see you guys soon. Hands in.
Hands in.
Okay.
Not the time.
Great. Give me these investigation rolls.
Perfect. I'm gonna go silicone dice for this.
Oh
one.
my god, it's gonna bounce everywhere.
That's really good.
That's a 19, but it's sitting on top of other dice.
That's fine.
That's fine?
It's not
That's
cocked.
My little mouncy boy.
Fuck.
Maggie. Well, wait. I'm rolling with advantage, right?
No, you're not.
Maggie's rolling with
I
advantage.
rolled.
I
I
paid
got an 8 and a
22.
9.
That adds +2 to yours.
Oh.
Yeah, I gave her advantage, so I don't roll.
Right.
So my high is 11.
11, you'll still get some stuff.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
What
a
did you-
21,
what did you
21
get?
for Dillon.
21.
The
I rolled
21.
a 19.
Yes, he did.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah. Give me the information.
Okay.
Where's the information?
Where's the information, Chris?
I'm going to roll for Dax as well. Okay, great.
Okay, great.
With his
We'll
morale
start
card.
with Minx first. Minx, and Clue, I guess, is helping you because he's giving the help action.
Yeah.
You
Hey, have you found anything yet? Hey, have you found anything yet? You know people here,
Maybe.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
I know
Clue's
so
just
many people.
distracting you.
you go around conducting investigations, bribing a couple people here and there, and a lot of the information that you find comes from District 4. So like the place where the Femfe line is located. And you hear from a few people here and there that Rogar is known to enjoy like the lavish lifestyle and finer things. And you hear from a few people, he actually has a collection of electric eels he keeps as pets. And he shares a fondness for them because he himself is a bronze dragonborn and can conjure lightning as a breath weapon.
Ooh.
And of course, you also hear about how he is a almost enforcer of Madame Pouch, would often act as like muscle handling the products, making sure deals got done and payments were delivered on time.
Like a Bond villain.
Sick.
That is what you discover with your combined investigation for the day with Clue. Dillon, with your 21.
And here's the kicker, Chris. Get ready for this. You know who I go to? The only person that I met in Clangeddin's base.
Oh my
The shovel
god.
salesman.
Make that work, Chris.
Okay.
He's the main information guy.
Yeah.
The shovels know all.
The shovels are just a cover.
Here's what I will say. With the 21, Dillon, you instinctively go to the shovel salesman, and you can see, upon having a sit-down conversation with the shovel salesman,
Yes.
you notice that his...
Shovels.
Sit down over a coffee.
Yeah.
Over a shovel, actually.
Okay.
On that one corner.
You notice that he knows a lot about Rogar. Way more than what you would expect he would.
Oh.
Obviously. But you also notice his eyes. His eyes are also very cat-like and yellow, with the pupils acting as slits.
Oh.
And he not necessarily gives you a life story of Rogar, but he knows quite a bit.
Oh, wow.
He mentions that since Rogar has betrayed Madame Pouch, he has become more elusive, often relying on an accomplice named Wink to be the new face of his enterprise.
Oh.
Rogar is also known to have a slight fear of magical spells, which has kind of helped Madame Pouch keep him in line for so many years, because she herself has magical abilities. And the final thing I will give you as well is that there's been a lot of rumblings about joining Rogar's company amongst the underground network of kobolds in Clangeddin space.
Oh.
And the majority of the kobolds in the city live underground, are in charge of the sewer system in the city.
Okay.
Sewers.
You also have heard that Rogar, doing a lot of business in the slums, is known to frequent the Amber Lantern quite a bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, this was very informative. I won't buy a shovel, though, but thank you.
Chris is trying to remember
Chris is
the shovel guy's
Chris
voice.
forgot his name. Forgot his sound. Come on,
What's
Chris.
the
you got
shovel
this.
guy's voice,
What's
Chris?
the shovel guy's voice?
The shovel salesman turns to you, Dillon, and says, "Wait, you were going to buy a shovel?"
He got it. He got it.
You got it. No, I wasn't.
Why am I talking to you then? Shovels! Shovels for sale! Shovels! I have shovels! Goes back as if didn't just have an hour or two long conversation with
That's
you.
so
Amazing.
funny.
Amazing.
Christ.
Okay.
We just meet back up at the
I
Amber
guess
Lantern.
I head over to the Amber Lantern.
Amazing. Okay.
Can we... Is Dax there already?
Yes. So the day has kind of winded down
Beaten up.
a bit, but because of that 21, Dillon, you found all this just by talking to one person, evidently.
Yep.
So the investigation doesn't take as long as what you normally would think it would. So it's kind of maybe the afternoon of the day, and you come back to the Amber Lantern, and Dax is currently waiting there. And he says, yeah, didn't find it too much.
No?
No.
Didn't work out?
What about you guys?
Oh. Yeah, I found that a lot, actually. Is everyone here now, or is it just me and Dax?
No, it's the four of you.
Oh, hey, guys.
I'll say, Dillon,
Hey.
you took such a short amount of time because you talked to one
was there-
person.
I was there first?
You doubled back and reunited with
Oh,
Clue
okay.
and Minx, and you
Okay.
all made your way to the Amber Lantern
Okay.
with this newfound information.
Sick.
Okay, sweet. Awesome. Wait, I would definitely say it to them then when I meet with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we're here.
Okay. Well, okay, sweet.
We do a little share time.
Yeah. So, okay, I found out some great. I talked to the shovel guy, first guy I went to. So Rogard, after he betrayed Madame Pouch, he started doing his own thing, and I believe his main accomplice is called Wink. Some guy named Wink.
Yeah, my hair stands up on my neck.
And then I think there's another thing where he was starting this underground crew with a bunch of kobolds. I don't really know what a cobalt is, but
I have to pee.
You got this.
And
from
I
the
get up and I
shovel guy?
I got this from the shovel guy. Isn't that crazy? And then
my God.
and then they sort of work in the sewer system. So I have a feeling Rogar might be in the sewers.
Interesting. Okay. Anything else? That's already incredible.
Then he just talked about shovels for a little bit, and I kind of lost
okay.
interest there.
Yeah, you kind of gave all that information in the first 5 minutes, but you had a 2-hour conversation with him.
about shovels.
Yeah, and you gave. We just so we know going into a potential battle with Rogar if we ever do that.
Oh,
that
he
he's
doesn't
afraid
like magical spells.
Oh,
He's very afraid of spells, which is why he sort of was.
that's good to know.
Why Madame Pouch had her claws in him because
Gotcha.
she has magical powers, but
So you're
That's
saying
also good to know.
you're saying Wink is running the operations for Rogar?
yes, I believe so.
Yeah,
according
who's
to
that?
the
Do you know
shovel
him?
guy.
Yeah, we know a Wink. Don't we, Minx?
Yeah,
Minx
wait.
is gone. Minx
I
went
went
to the
to
washroom.
pee.
But she actually went. You just went to do a normal one.
Yeah, I just went. Honestly, I went up, stood up to pee, and then just went to the bar
Okay.
Nice.
and got a drink. Talk to Layla if she's there.
Yep.
Is she there?
Miraculously, she's still there.
She never leaves.
She never leaves.
What's up, Minx?
Hey, did you see if Wink left since last night?
Yeah, he left, but he's down there now.
Cool. You've heard about this Rogar guy?
She kind of lowers her voice and beckons you to come a little closer, because the bar is quite crowded today.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people being served drinks and in the booths, and she says, "Never heard of that name, but perhaps you'll have better luck at a different level. But if you're gonna bring up that name, probably don't want to do it alone."
Minx, are you getting a drink?
Yeah, I'm getting a drink. I just kind of.
Can I get an orange juice?
Hi, Layla.
Hi.
Still haven't slept.
Who has time for sleeping?
Oh, I know a person.
sleep when we're dead?
Your parents? No, sleepy.
I'll grab some drinks and just bring them back.
Okay.
So what's the plan?
Dax says you know this Wink guy.
Yeah, we're gonna. Dax, you know a spot we can go that isn't here? Doesn't need to be far. Do I know a spot that isn't here? That isn't.
What
far?
are you?
I'm looking for like anywhere that isn't. I don't know, not surrounded by people. Just like was there an alleyway just kind of like next door
It's
here?
the slums, so
Yeah.
there's a lot of like desolate places.
Yeah, I'll kind of pick up group at the table and just go try to find a quick other place to speak that
Okay.
isn't here.
Layla, can we bring our drinks outside?
Is it like in the UK?
Okay, thank you.
No carry.
We all bring our drinks out to an alleyway for
That's
a
a
sec.
beautiful day. I see why people do this in London.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is nice.
This is nice.
Even though you're doing
little-
it with orange juice,
A little
Dillon.
to go.
All right, what's up, Minx?
Okay.
I spilled a little.
It's fine. More important things.
So
We're outside. You can smell a lot. Dax just pours half his drink onto the ground.
Dude, I paid for that.
So we might know where he is. Maybe.
Rogar?
Well, at least Winky.
Winky.
Winky. Winks. Wink. Winky.
I like that. It's called
I got
Winky.
into the clue
Winky's
thing. Yeah. There's a separate level in the Amber Lantern.
Oh. Oh.
Usually a bit more for business.
Okay.
Yeah, he was there last night, but also, did Dillon mention kobolds?
I did.
Okay. Also a bunch of kobolds. Also weird.
Are there not
So-
normally a lot of kobolds?
I would assume no.
Okay.
So you're kind of insinuating
Stood
this
out to
could
me.
be the Amber Lantern we kind of inadvertently stumbled into potentially the center of this Rogar's operations,
It's very possible.
and we're drinking orange juice.
It's very possible.
It's really good.
This gives us a slight opportunity to be a little sneaky if we want to be a little sneaky. Also, because he doesn't know what any of us look like.
Right.
We could try to get in on the friendly side of things rather than going in full aggression mode.
Play both sides.
Play both sides. Come out potentially a winner.
I like this.
Though
What do you guys
This way we
think?
can't lose.
well,
Well.
oh my
And
god.
that's gambling.
The only flaw that I see in that is if we play both sides a little too equally, time's gonna pass by and we're not gonna be decisive enough to,
Well-
get to the top of the mountain.
Oh, no. I'm not saying that we're actually asking them for help. I'm saying we're using that as an in to talk to them and to get close enough to
yeah.
Rogar to
Yes.
get him.
Sure.
That's it.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, because honestly, I would much prefer to be on the up and up with Miss Madame
Yeah,
Pouch.
she seems
100%.
like-
She
Yeah.
No,
seems like the
way more legit.
Yes.
And don't get me wrong, Wink, if he doesn't need to die, I would prefer he didn't die.
Yeah.
Right.
Because we had good times, but
Oh.
in this specific,
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
not in that way.
okay.
No,
Dax
but,
is very confused.
I didn't even mean it.
Can't
that
wait
way.
to meet this guy.
I just thought you guys were friends.
Yeah,
Oh.
we had we were.
I thought so too, Minx.
But if he dies, it's kind of fine.
No, I'm saying I would prefer he didn't die.
because you were scorned lovers.
Yes, because we were scoring lovers. Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
I dropped my orange juice.
Minx, you're surrounded by people who don't understand sarcasm.
Tell
And
me
I
all about
consistently
it.
forget. Basically I'm just saying we could use this conversation to try to get it in with Rogar,
Think
collect what we need, go back to Miss
I
Pouch.
think let's do it.
Should we go down there now?
Yeah, we don't have time.
I could bring you down as business associates and be like, "Hey, Wink, what do you need? I got my guys. Let's do this."
Yeah.
And then
Introduce us to Rogar.
Yeah.
Great.
Shall we go down there?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Thanks, lead the way.
you guys feeling hot? You feeling ready to
I'm feeling
potentially
like a Illin.
okay.
You head back in to the
Yeah.
Amber Lantern and lead Clue and Dillon to the out of order bathroom.
Oh, it says out of order.
It's okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, do it.
I'm not gonna
Do it. Go in.
No, I
I
can't.
dare you.
It says out of
do
order.
it. Dylan, do it.
But what if?
Do it, Dylan.
But Layla might be
This
cleaning
is
it in
Dylan, be
peer
your
there.
own
pressure.
man. Do it.
Okay.
Well, that's
His hand trembles as he opens the door. He closes his eyes. I did it. Is there someone in there?
Dax just walks past you. This is mean. And pulls on the hook, and the door hidden in the wall swings open.
Whoa.
Dylan.
He did it.
Okay, I want to go first now.
I also whisper in Dylan's ear, just so you know, there might be people down here that could murder you.
Okay.
Please be careful.
Got it. 2 thumbs up. Walking backwards down the stairs.
Still gonna get walking.
You all,
I gotta just warn him.
Does he trip and does he fall?
You all make your way down the spiral staircase leading to the underground speakeasy of the Amber Lantern. Dylan, you're walking in backwards, so when you first get to the bottom of the staircase,
With 2 thumbs up.
You see
you
nothing.
see, when you turn around,
Minx.
everyone looking at you.
Oh.
And
Dylan goes pale.
once again, it is quite dark and musty in here. But you do notice that Wink, you recognize him, Minx. He is in the center of the room, currently playing one of those knife finger games where you stab between the
yeah.
fingers. He's doing that in the center table of this speakeasy. Just
Is he
off on
playing
his
it
own.
with people?
Just kind of doing it on his own.
Wow.
Is he doing it while looking at me?
Nope, just not paying anyone attention in mind.
Can I try to do a little whistle to fuck him up?
Sure, yeah. Give me a performance check.
Can I give her the health action?
Do you have proficiency?
You
in
might
performance?
kill him
I do not.
early.
Okay, then no.
He
Lose
cuts
a
it. He
finger.
slips it into an artery. He bleeds out.
Give us the information.
That's a natural 20.
Oh yes! Oh my God! Does he die?
Plus 8.
Oh! Does he cut an artery and bleed out and die?
Christ.
That's crazy that I said that and you rolled a 20.
Oh no.
Maggie, here, please take a morale card.
Chris, what happens to Wink? Does he cut a finger off?
My intent was not to murder him, I will
Yes.
say.
He must lose at least a finger.
I just really want to fuck with him. And
Yeah, what actually happens is Wink hears the most beautiful whistle he's ever heard, decides not to live anymore, and slits his own throat with a knife.
Oh my God! I knew it.
No.
Oh my God!
It is the sharpest sounding whistle that probably a lot of people have heard in their life.
Mhm.
And it startles everyone in the room. Everyone jumps, and Wink, not having his, not even facing the staircase, stabs into one of his hands, lets out a shriek, and he's going to take damage.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Takes 3 piercing damage.
Nice.
Intimidation bonuses.
Nice.
But spinning around to see what this source of sound is, he notices you and still kind of nursing his hand, motions for you to come over, but very carefully.
Minx, what was that?
Oh. I didn't mean to startle you so bad.
Well, you sure did, Minx. That really hurt.
Yeah, you said you needed a favor. I just wanted to come through. These are current traveling buddies with me. Introduce yourselves.
Yes, you mentioned you were gonna be coming back with some
Yeah.
some fellow companion for this information, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Hello, my name is Wink. And you are
Clonvasir. Aligar.
Clonvasir Elliger. Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
And you,
Gareth.
Gareth. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And
Dax, lovely to see you as always. And Dax kind of very hesitantly goes, Wink. And very excitedly, he turns to you, Minx, and says,
I managed to find someone that you're looking for. You mentioned that you wanted to find someone who knows more about getting to the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
He's over there.
and he motions to what looks to be an younger looking elf just drinking by himself at the bar, looking very forlorn.
Oh, yeah? What do you know about this guy?
Well, through my clever sleuthing today, I came across someone who said that they attempted to climb the mountain not too long ago and were unsuccessful. So, if you want to know more information, why don't you go talk to him?
I look at Minx concerned. Unsuccessful.
So you're saying this was the unsuccessful elf?
Yes, it is, Minx, because I feel like if they were successful, they would be at the top of the mountain.
That's not bad logic. That's not bad logic. Okay.
I am a man of very little things, but logic is not one of them.
Okay. I'm
Stature,
not sure
yes. Intelligence, perhaps. But logic, no, sir.
This is the I turn and I think I'm gonna say it too quiet so that Wink doesn't hear. This is he's running a whole a whole operation for
According to the shovel guy.
maybe we
Dylan is
Maybe.
now questioning everything that the shovel guy told him.
yeah. I think Clue is questioning everything Dylan said.
I also wanted to ask, has your I know the patch on the eye, that's always been your brand.
Yes, but also I can't see out of that eye. It's not just for fashion
Yeah,
choices.
yeah.
I can't see, so hence the eye
It looks
patch.
good though.
Oh, thank you, Clonvasir. That's very kind of you.
You're welcome.
But has your other one, has it always been like that?
And you're referencing
Yeah.
the yellow
Yeah.
eye with the slit.
Yeah.
Very similar, Dylan, to what the shovel guy's eyes looked like.
Right.
And he kind of laughs that comment off. Just
It's just the light, you know. Sometimes being down here, the lack of light plays tricks on the surroundings. Yeah, my eye's fine. I can see just fine.
I don't laugh with him.
so-
And
because the whistle just happened as well,
Mhm.
everyone's listening in on this conversation, so that when he laughs, it echoes in the room, and then just deathly silent. It's a very awkward situation.
and then I look at him again and I repeat the question. So what happened to your eye?
He stops smiling and
I think you should
says-
tell the lady.
What are you talking about, Minx? What are you alluding to?
and he doesn't look entertained anymore.
I think Clue, who's still holding his drink that he took outside and then now downstairs.
Been traveling.
Yeah, it's still full. I think I'm just gonna slowly, as intimidating as I can, just place it on the table, making my hands free. Just as simple as that.
Okay. I'm going to roll an insight for Wink. Okay, that's not bad.
What are you all doing down here? There's drinks upstairs that I'm sure suit your fancy just as well as they do down here. Perhaps you should go back upstairs.
Wink. I just want to make sure you're staying out of trouble.
Staying out of trouble.
Sounds like you might be getting into a little bit of trouble.
Nothing I can't handle. You know that about me, Minx.
Hmm.
It seems like you might be the ones that are trying to prod where you shouldn't. Seems like you might be a little outnumbered down here.
I take a look around everyone. Can I do a perception check to see if
Sure
other
can.
people are sporting
Sure
cat
can.
eyes?
Sure can.
Can I do the same? Do you
Sure
mind?
can.
That's gonna be a 12.
I gotta pick a good dice.
12.
Okay, two
12s. It's pretty crowded down here. You don't see anyone who's sporting the same kind of eye effects. You do see that on all the surrounding tables, there's quite a number of kobolds.
Yeah.
And they're all listening in on this conversation.
Well, Wink, I have great news for you. We'd like to participate.
Yes.
Why don't we stop beating around the bush here?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you say his name? Let's get this out in the open.
Where is this Rogar?
You say that, Clue? Wink snaps his fingers. All of the kobolds that are surrounding you pop up into alert mode, draw daggers, and Wink says,
Everyone out! This is a business transaction.
and everyone besides the kobolds who may be down here leaves.
Wait, hiker man, I have questions.
It's too late now.
Shit.
The hiker elf
He was on 6.
leaves,
Sorry.
still looking forlorn, but now very concerned, until all that is down here are you, the four of you, Wink, and at least 20 or so
Oh,
kobolds.
fuck.
Yeah.
This is gonna be okay.
So, you want to meet Rogar?
Yes.
Well, as his trusty number 2, there are a couple stipulations that you might have to follow before you meet Rogar. For example, you will need to hand over all of your weapons. And Minx, I know that you yourself are a occasional magic user. So I'm going to need all of the element orbs that you may have on your possession. And that goes for the rest of your party as well.
Right, because he said he's afraid of magic.
What was that?
What?
Who have you been talking to? Have you bought a shovel recently?
I find the shovel selection here in Clangeddin space quite disgraceful.
I do too.
Oh, well, I'm glad we can agree on something.
Bonding.
The rules still stand. What's it gonna be? Minx?
And he's no longer playing with you anymore. Wink does seem quite serious in this moment.
You said business transaction, right?
Yes.
Cool. So if I put down everything I have, I'm currently surrounded by 20 little guys with tiny little sticks that could poke my eyes out, plus some scary dude behind a door. I come here looking to you for work, to work for a guy that you now say is like your boss. You're the number 2. So what you do is you threaten me? That's what the best option is, to work out a deal? I really thought better of you.
Minx?
Wink.
It's actually Winks.
Give me a persuasion check.
Fuck! I'm gonna use that morale card.
That
Oh, a
what did you-
7.
A 7 plus what did you roll on the die?
4.
Eh?
So that's 11 plus 8.
So,
So 20?
19.
No, 19.
Wow.
Yeah. Wait, no.
Yeah, 19.
Yeah,
Ah,
19. Oh my god.
Wow, okay. Turn that around.
Yeah. 4 on the die.
He seems kind of taken aback by your rashness, Minx. And Wink looks around at the four of you and says,
Look, this is a new position for me. And frankly, I'm kind of scared of Rogar.
Okay.
So I kind of need to follow the rules he's put in place if I not only want to keep my job, but my head. So I'm going to ask you kindly once again, please turn over your weapons and your sources of magic, or we will have to forcibly take them off of you.
I'll hold up my element orbs and just kind of start to place them on the table. And I'm like, could we get them to sheath their swords then for the time being?
That
Seems
Yes.
reasonable. And he seems a lot more happy now that you guys are following his suggestions.
Okay, I'll place my shovels down on the table.
Oh, I said weapons.
Yes.
Oh, though.
No, you're so right. Sorry, we were talking about shovels.
He thinks they're sharp and so they hurt sometimes.
Oh, well, if they're sharp, yes, we're gonna need them.
Fuck. Okay, I put them down. Damn it.
Would these count as decoration?
Your swords?
Yeah.
No, sir. No, sir, they will not.
I give my sword, but not my element orb. I have no intention of revealing anything.
Minx, you've given us everything.
Yep.
And the two of you,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I need deception checks.
I don't know what dice to roll, and I'm scared.
8.
13.
You know what? Fuck yeah. 23.
Nice.
Okay.
Is it a
Nice.
group?
I gave him everything, so I may look deceiving, but I have nothing left.
22.
Okay. Wink kind of looks at all of you very closely for a long period of time and says, "Now, was that so hard, guys? I mean, if we all just follow the rules, we don't have to come to violence, right? We will be hanging on to these until you."
You guys don't seem like you follow rules. This is an out-of-order bathroom. You're not supposed to be here.
I'm now starting to realize how old you are and really shouldn't have come to this bar, especially this bar. This is not the best place for a minor.
This is not the best place for a bathroom.
Wait. A bar?
Dillon still thinks this is a bathroom.
Okay.
Still looking for the toilet. Wink snaps his fingers, and the kobolds, almost like insects, like lunge forward and begin collecting all of the weapons that you put forward. So Minx, your weapons, Dillon's weapons, Clue's weapons, but not, and Dax's weapons as well, but not your element orbs, Clue. And they kind of fester back into the corners of the room. And Wink says, "Very well, if you'll follow me this way." And he walks over, hops behind the bar that's down here, and you hear the sound of a trapdoor opening. And he begins climbing down what looks to be a ladder.
Okay. I guess we follow. Guys, what are we going to say to this Rogar guy? We're just...
Don't say that out loud. We just follow. Yes.
I don't like there's a basement.
That you've never heard about.
There's always a
It's the
second
sewers.
location.
Dax
the
looks
sewers.
stressed. He's like, "You never go to the second location."
Oh.
It's the sewer.
There's something below the speakeasy.
Okay, we follow.
I guess we follow.
Okay. You follow Wink down, and as you're all climbing individually down the ladder, you hear that the kobolds are following you down as well. You find yourself in underground tunnels, and as soon as you get to the bottom of the ladder, based on the smell alone,
The sewers.
you can assume that you are in the sewers of Clangeddin's base. Wink begins leading you through these underground tunnels, filled with streams of running waste. There are paths alongside, and they're lined with dim torches. So, Clue, you're not going to have a problem seeing down here.
Okay.
And so you don't have to walk through the waste either. The tunnels snake left and right and constantly split into different paths. So it creates this feeling of walking through an underground maze hidden in the city. So
Cool.
if someone didn't know where they would go, they would instantly get lost down here. Eventually, you do come to a section of the sewers where it almost looks like there's a small neighborhood or community of some sort. You can see that where several paths meet, you can see almost like sewer rafts moored up alongside the paths, like bridges going over the streams.
Pretty cool.
It almost looks like a little town square built underground, but it is in the sewers. And as you're walking along, you can see that there are little holes in the walls that if you peek inside there, you reveal small little kobold dwellings. So you see like reptilian eyes peering out at you from the dark as you walk by. It appears that this might be the main hub of like the kobold community down here for Clangeddin's base.
I did not think we were going to go to a whole fucking community.
Village? No, me neither.
And as you get into this hub of this community, you hear the sound of things being tossed. And as you look behind, you can see that your weapons are being tossed into random hovels.
Random. Hey,
Hey,
you better remember where that
I need to
is.
get those back.
Please, please. They know exactly what they're doing. You'll get them back after your meeting with Rogar. You go deeper into this community until eventually you get into a place where there's not a lot of kobolds around, but there is a singular door of not much significance.
Well, this door looks pretty insignificant.
Well spotted. That's the goal. Rogar's in there.
Oh,
I hope you enjoy your business meeting.
Thank you, Wink.
thank you, Wink.
Goodbye, Wink.
I hope your finger gets better.
And I hope you walk out of there, Minx, with more than just the finger.
What? Hey, Minx, what the fuck does he mean? Hey, what the fuck do you mean?
I don't know.
More than just she gonna walk out as a finger?
Are we
Minx,
gonna,
are you gonna become a finger?
Are we gonna get eyes like you?
Mink, what the fuck are you talking about? Wait, what?
What?
Nothing. Keep going.
Why would you? You can't go.
What did you say?
I said, are we gonna get eyes like you?
Yeah, that's why I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the door opens.
Just plowing through.
The door opens, and you are thrusted inside, and
I'm gonna be a cat.
and you hear the door slam shut behind you.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
This
He's a dragonborn. With eels for pets. You didn't do that with Madame Pouch, who literally is a cat. Literally is a cat, and you're saying here kitty to a dragonborn? A dragon man?
Throw up.
An electric dragon man? Here kitty kitty?
This guy is literally a Bond villain.
Yeah.
I'm not over it.
Okay. All right. We're back
And-
on track.
perfect. As soon as this door is slammed shut, and you take in the surroundings that you're currently standing in front of, it almost gives off the exact opposite feeling of what you got when you first walked into Madame Pouch's mansion. How you went from pure luxury to like wilderness jungle. You're walking from sewer tunnels into a room that looks very out of place and has been set up in every single attempt to look luxurious. It is full of plush furnishings, sofas with throw pillows, thick carpet. There's paintings that are hung up on the wet stone walls. There's even a grand piano in the corner. And taking up a full wall of this room is a massive fish tank from floor to ceiling. And sitting in a makeshift throne in front of the fish tank is a rather large dragonborn. And maybe not all of you have seen a dragonborn before, but they look very much like dragons standing erect in humanoid form. They are very tall. You can tell that even if they are sitting in this throne, and they are very strongly built. They look to be almost at least 300 pounds.
Do I see any weapons anywhere inside
The
this?
giant tank of electric eels and also the dragonborn.
Yeah, around those two things, are there any weapons?
Why don't you give me a perception check if you want clue?
Okay.
I give you the help action.
Sure.
Okay, we'll go with the 19 plus 2.
21. The first thing you notice, Clue, is there is a large, gleaming great axe just propped up right beside the throne of this dragonborn.
Okay.
With the 22,
1.
with the 21, you notice several eels swimming in this fish tank back and forth, and every once in a while you see a little sizzle in the water. With the 21, you also notice that there is a somewhat large crate just right behind the throne of this dragonborn. And with the 21, I'll even describe this figure a little more. While muscular and intimidating in stature and build, much like the room, they are dressed in as lavish an attire as they possibly can. On top of their chainmail armor, you can see that they are sporting a beautiful fur coat, similar to the coats that you've been seeing throughout your investigation here. And their fingers are covered in rings. They have long ears, but several piercings on each one. And they're currently swishing a glass of wine in one of their talons as they sip it, look at the four of you who have entered, and say, "Well, I wasn't expecting guests, but I'm happy to play the role of host anytime. It is pleasure to meet you. They call me Rogar." And that is where we're going to end our session.
Oh my god.
Nice.
I can't wait to meet this guy. I want to meet this guy.
Rogar's kind of a Madame Pouch wannabe.
He is.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I
think there's some deep rooted insecurities there.
Yeah.
Stop looking at my notes, Michael.
Interesting.
But we'll get
He has
into more of
mommy
that in
issues.
greater detail in our next last call that we're going to record right now.
Yes. I
Everyone
think
got
we're
the
gonna
time?
do that.
Yeah? Fantastic. Once again, everyone, thank you so much for listening to the latest episode of Trouble at the Tavern.
Yeah.
If you haven't already, please follow us on Instagram at Trouble at the Tavern. If you have any questions, you want to email us,
Boom.
Trouble at the Tavern at gmail.com.
yes, of course. Or you can send us a message on Instagram or anything like that. Feel free to give us a like and a review.
Mike keeps pointing like he's going to say something, but
And read our new book. Our new book is out.
Yeah, what's the book called, Mike?
what's the book called, Mike?
Called Curling and Tacos.
Okay.
Titties and beer.
Hey, let's go.
Mike, you know you're going to have to write a book and release it in the time when episode 19
I've
comes
got
out.
till mid-November.
Yeah.
But once again, thank you so much for listening. Joined by Chris, Mike, Hartley, and Maggie. We'll see you next time on Trouble at the Tavern.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey everyone, Michael here. Just wanted to give a big shout out to tabletopaudio.com for letting us use their sounds and music in this episode. If you'd like to play your own D&D game to the sounds and music you heard here today, head on over to tabletopaudio.com. They have a huge selection of 10-minute ambiances and music for you to use. Another big shout out to our buddy Sheel for making the intro and outro music. Bye-bye.